Hi, friends. Like you, I'm so grateful to have this chance to be together with you to honor and remember Webb Davis. I'm Johnny Erickson Tata, and my husband Ken and I well remember when Webb burst into our world when he was just about 5 years old. Joe and Carolyn, I think you probably remember that time. You, Joe, had moved the family to Southern California as you assumed the role of executive director for our international ministry to people with disabilities. And Webb, well, he was always around. And I especially liked that because me in this wheelchair with Webb, 5 years old, he's just about my height. And that meant I got lots of hugs from that little boy. To be with him was a constant party. It was a never-ending Webb fest, as his brother Jeff coined the phrase. With that kid, it was one long, never-ending stream of questions with Webb. Astute comments, very wise observations. He was a chatterbox, he was, and he could not wait to grow up and get a wheelchair like mine. That touched me deeply. But he didn't have to do that. Yet he did carry over into his adult years a love and a keen interest in helping people with disabilities. You know, that tenderness about Webb touches me deeply. That helping spirit of Webb's makes me remember the time when at the Davis household, and there was always a party going on at the Davis household, Webb took great pride in feeding me potato chips and soda. And if that little incident played at all into Webb's decision to work with the disability community, as he has done so many years now, whether in job skills training for the developmentally disabled or providing housing supervision, if his time with me had any bearing on his decision to work with the disabled, I tell you what, I am so honored. It's a sad day without Webb in the world, and our hearts, our sympathy, our condolences go out to not only the whole family, but especially to Monica and 20-month-old little Hope, Joe, Carolyn, Sarah, Jeff, Katie, all of you gathered today. Because if you knew Webb, those of you who are joining the family, you know how much he will be missed. Webb was unique. He was break the mold, one of a kind, hot off the press, fresh and firsthand. There will never be another quite like him. And heaven is richer today because Webb is there. And I cannot wait for that day when we will meet at the feet of the Savior. And we won't have a Webb Fest, but we will have a Jesus Fest. How about that? And we will have a Jesus Fest if indeed, like Webb, we can all hold fast to Christ as Savior. And oh, what a day that will be. No more crying, no more death, no more disability, no more quadriplegia, and no more cystic fibrosis. Until that day that breaks on the horizon, that heavenly morning, thank you for joining me in treasuring every memory of our dear friend Webb. Thank you for remembering his work with people with disabilities. And we honored that young man here at the Johnny and Friends International Disability Center. For Webb Davis is so precious, so rare, so unlike any other, so like a diamond. And if there's anything good out of this great loss for us all, it is to know that although the setting may be broken, the diamond is safe. God bless you all in remembrance of Webb Davis on this special day.